Hello, this is Rebecca. Welcome back to my channel, Reading ID. I am bringing you today my Blackathon TBR. Now, I know you're saying it's already more than halfway through February. What are you doing? It's way past time to get started on this TBR. Don't worry, this is semi-intentional. I have already been reading a lot of other books by Black authors. One of them was an ARC that came out recently. And then I also participated in the Black Love Readathon, so I've already read 4 books that were Black-centered romances. I will have a separate wrap-up coming for that soon. So Blackathon is an amazing readathon, and it is run by Jessie from Bow Ties and Books and Lauren from the novel Lush. Last year I was watching BookTube at this time, but I hadn't created my own channel, so this is my first time participating. Very exciting. And let's see, I will make sure to link their announcements down below. And this year they have 2 team challenges that you can choose from. I think of myself more as an SFF reader, but I was actually more drawn to the contemporary literature prompts that they have. So the first prompt is named after Bassey Ikpi, a work exploring the intersection of mental health and/or disability in Black folks. So I found a blog post that recommended some books on this theme for Mental Health Awareness Week, month, whatever that is. I can link that below as well. The book I'm going to be reading is called Invisible Man, Got the Whole World Watching by Michael Denzel Smith. And this is all about like Black masculinity and his own journey. And I know that it delves into his own experiences with depression and anxiety. So the second prompt is named after Marlon James, and it is a work that isn't set in the United States and does not center the Black American narrative. So I was excited to see this prompt because personally, a couple of years ago, I read books that were only written by women, and I tried to read very globally, and I did read a bunch of works by African women. And then when I looked more closely at it, I realized that all of them were Nigerian or part of the Nigerian diaspora, which in retrospect makes a lot of sense. I have learned that Nigeria is the country in Africa with the largest English-speaking population, so it just makes sense. But I would love to go a little deeper and broader into reading works by African authors in the African diaspora. So I found this one. This is Aya by Marguerite Aboué and Clément Aubrery. As always, disclaimer, I do not speak French. And this is set in the Ivory Coast. So it says, Aya tells the story of the studious and clear-sighted young woman, her easygoing friends Ajua and Bintu, and their meddling relatives and neighbors in the golden time of the Ivory Coast in 1978. It's a breezy and wryly funny account of the desire for joy and freedom, and of the simple pleasures and private troubles of everyday life in Yap City. And I believe it was an award winner in like 2006. And has since been translated into English and published here. So I'm excited to read this. This would probably also work wonderfully for the next prompt, so that's a good segue. So the third prompt is named after Alexa Martin, and it is a lighthearted work that doesn't center the struggle, aka racism, poverty, drug use, and features powerful romantic or platonic bonds. So the book that I'm going to be reading for this is another ARC by Renee Watson called Ways to Make Sunshine, and it doesn't come out until April, but I have access to it through work. So you may know Renee Watson writes more hard-hitting YA, but this one is a younger middle grade title that is going to center a lot more on family and friendships. So I'm really looking forward to checking out that one. All right, the last prompt is named after Akwaeke Emezi, and it's a work where a Black protagonist challenges preconceived notions of Blackness or a Black revolutionary character. So for this one, I'm actually going to read some nonfiction, and that is How We Fight White Supremacy, edited by Akiba Solomon and Kenria Rankin. And they are some of the editors from the publication Color Lines, which used to be an amazing print publication back when I was working for an indie bookstore. I used to manage the magazine display, and I remember always picking up Color Lines and reading it. It is published out of Oakland, here in Oakland, Unfortunately, it's like many other magazines, gone to being an all online publication, but they still do really amazing work. Definitely look it up. You can follow it on any social media. So I think this one really fits the bill because it is a collection of thoughts from just dozens and dozens of, some of today's most important culture makers, thinkers, activists. One thing that I really love about this anthology is the way that it just flows. It doesn't have page breaks when they bring in the next contributor. So it really kind of reads as a conversation that's flowing between all of these folks. All right, we have a little bit of a wild card here because I also subscribe to a subscription box. It's called Call Number, and it is the library-inspired monthly book box that celebrates contemporary Black literature and authors. So I haven't unboxed my latest delivery. I think actually this book, How We Fight White Supremacy, I believe this was a selection from this book box at some point last year. So I'm going to be unboxing this. I'll just do a whole separate video for that if you're interested, coming later this week. And we will see if that one might fit one of the prompts for Blackathon, or I will just add it to my general TBR for February. All right, thanks for watching. I hope many of you are already having a wonderful time participating in Blackathon. Definitely let me know what are some of your highlights so far, and we will catch you in the next video. Bye!